28th, 2026. This is Aberana Trading Network, Aberana Investments and Trading Corporation. So today I just wanted to make a quick video about gold. Gold is gone, guys. Gold is gone. If you didn't have gold in the 1000s or the 2000s, sit back, just wait, because gold is officially gone. I don't have my TradeStation account on my tablet, so I'm kind of like doing this faceless screen record on my tablet. January 28th, 2026. Did I already say that? 6:38 p.m. I just wanted to say gold is gone. And let's just go over the chart. Excuse me. Yeah. Gold is pretty much freaking gone. Yep, gold is gone. Gold is gone, guys. So we're looking at a weekly micro gold futures contract. I believe this would expire in March. But as we look now, and this doesn't take a whole lot of analysis to understand it or to know it. On my laptop, I have my indicators and all of my strategy indicators pulled up. I do not see anything indicating any pullbacks. The macroeconomics as it stands today, with all of the different things that are transpiring across the macro financial world, Japan carry trade rates, United States, the Eurozone, Canada. The world is in an economic turmoil right now. The world is in a complete economic turmoil. President Trump is not. He's not trying to crash the stock markets or anything like that. What we're seeing is normal cyclicality in business. Okay, the United States as a whole is it's a business. It's a business, and you can't characterize the United States of America as anything other than the top three businesses in the world, and these countries operate as such. So yeah, the gold is gone, and the gold price is rising at such a phenomenal rate because this is global safety. Forget Bitcoin, forget all of your meme coins, forget NFTs, forget your forex pairs, forget any of that shit. The safety ever since the gold rush has been gold. That is the safest place to put your money as far as physical gold, as far as like gold ETFs, buying gold coins, anything dealing with the gold right now. This is what you would call the quasi gold standard. The whole globe is going on to the quasi gold standard right now. Gold is fucking gone. Okay? We're trading at 5,500 plus right now. After hours. So, with all of the turmoil, like I mentioned, that's going on in the macroeconomic world, the whole globe has gone back to the golden standard. My prediction, which is nothing, I just have an opinion, just like everybody got an asshole. Okay, and my opinion doesn't mean that it's law. Look at this gap. Look at this daily. I just switched over to the daily. Look at this look at this gap. Look at this gap. Look at this gap that just happened. You see, when you see gaps like this, look at this gap. Look at this gap right here. Look at this gap right here. When you see gappers like that, there's so much freaking energy. There's so much freaking energy in this gold trade right now. It's phenomenal. It's really phenomenal to watch. I missed it. I must be honest, I missed it. I'm totally not in it. I'm nowhere near close to getting in it at all. I almost feel like I almost feel like the same as how I feel with Bitcoin. My prediction is that by October, the first trading day of October, and I could be completely wrong, but with all of the global uncertainty and with all of with this being the midterm election year for the United States, and our political structure is in a turmoil. It's just in a shit show right now. What you're seeing, gold is going to probably be between, I predict, between 7,500 to probably $12,500. That is a very bold prediction. I think gold is going to get to about 12.5 tops before midterm elections. Now, once we see what happens and what shakes out early December going into the holiday season, once we see what happens and everything that shakes and who loses seats and all the gerrymandering, all the dickering and bickering that's going to go on, and all of the investigations and all of the court hearings and all of this stuff, I think gold will move into a consolidation period by the end of the year, maybe before elections. I think gold could move into the consolidation period, top out at 12.5, move into consolidation between 12.5 and like 10.5. So it'll trade in that band, in my opinion, from my analysis. It could trade between a 10.5 and a 12.5 band, and then probably maybe right before second quarter 2027, we'll probably start to see a retracement. But I don't think gold retraces ever again back below 7,500. If you didn't have gold, or if you weren't in gold in the thousands, in the 2000s, potentially the 3000s, we were just in the 3000s, and the thing has just skyrocketed. So I just wanted to get my opinion out there, get my thoughts out there, and just kind of like go through this thing. Like, look, I mean, just look at it. Just look at the chart, man. We were in the 3000s. We were literally in the 3000s like August of last year. Literally, we're in the 3000s in August of last year, man. So we had a nice little outsized candle right here. We had a nice candle right here. Put my cursor back on there. This was a nice change of structure candle right here. It closed above pretty much every candle before. Those are the candles that I use to make my trades and my futures. When I do trade futures contracts, that's my trade candle. That's my entry candle. Those man, you don't see any. You see one retracement here. You have a major retracement here. This was pretty much your last major retracement that happened on Tuesday, on Tuesday 21st, October 2025. That was a major retracement day. But outside of that major retracement day, you have one more major retracement day. This thing is trading in some. When you see these waves, these shallow waves like this, you had a pretty. It was a deep candle day, but the wave was shallow. On that day of October the 21st, 2025 was a deep down day, but the actual wave in the succeeding days, that wave is very shallow. When you see shallow waves like this, that indicates extreme strength. Look at how shallow this wave is. These are shallow. Look at this. This is pretty much not even a retracement wave. This is continuation at its finest. Look at these waves. Look how shallow this stuff is. And then you just have kaboom, 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 all the way up until today. Like, it is incredible, bro. This is incredible. This is incredible. But this is what happens when you have political and economic turmoil. When you have these things happening globally and things are uncertain, you you better be positioned right. This is just another bus that has left the station. A bus leaves the station every 10 minutes. That's the old adage in trading. So you might have missed gold, you might have missed silver, you might have missed copper, you might have missed Bitcoin, but there's always going to be another train leaving the station. So don't get down on yourself. Don't trade out of FOMO. If you're going to trade in gold, if you're going to catch a gold trade, you might want to catch a trade retracing one of these good gappers here on a daily. If you go in your TradingView account and you go to the gold micro gold futures contract, or whichever thing you trade, GLD, any ETF, and you catch gappers like this, you could trade a gapper, a retracement on a gap, basically a gap filler. But it's just amazing to watch, and I love this shit. I love this shit with a passion, man. Yeah, I appreciate you guys, checking this video out. I'm not gonna make it too long. I just wanted to get my little spiel out there. I really don't see anybody talking about it. I really don't see anybody, really making any, videos or going live and covering it, because pretty much these guys feel pretty much the same way that I do. It's like, fuck, man, you miss a trade, you're always looking at something else, and you should have your eyes on certain other balls, the eyes on the prize, pause. I mean, just look at this thing, man. This thing is freaking running, bro. It's running. There's nothing holding it back, because the fundamentals. This is why I say. Let me show you guys. Let me show you something. This is a like I say in my previous videos. If you're not using this website, tradingeconomics.com, if you're not pulling up this calendar, and if you're not watching global economics, and if you're not understanding what's going on fundamentally in your trading, you're nuts. You're nuts. You're nuts, because you're trading blindly. You're already trading blind because you're not a whale. We have some Japanese information just hitting the wire. As I go over to the calendar, you have Japanese trading information. Look, foreign bond investments are way up. The previous was at negative 361.1 billion. The new number that just comes out is 177.6 billion. Think about that, man. Think about that. Just think about that. And then you have stock investment by foreigners is up. Well, that one is kind of, it came up 328.1 billion more. So, these are the macroeconomic things that are happening around you while you're just going on around with your day, and you're pooting and shooting and shitting and pitting, and you're just shopping and being a consumer instead of an investor, instead of a person that's really paying attention and really, in tune with what the hell is really going on around you. You guys spend money at Walmart and Sam's and Costco and Home Depot and Lowe's. If you just took 10 public companies that you fucking spend money on every day, every week, every month, every 6 months, every year, I guarantee you spend a great deal of your earned income on a publicly traded consumer company. So all of you people who think, investing is not for me, I don't know anything about it. Well, you're contributing to the continuation of the system. So you can hate the system, and you can fight the system, and you can go off the grid, and you can do all these little penny ante things and all these poo butt things if you want. But you're contributing to the continuation and the flow and the moving forward of the system. So why not? Think about this. Why not, with your earned income, why not, instead of just being a consumer, a blind consumer, and you're already putting into the system, why not just invest in 10 companies that you spend your money on. If you spend your money in 10 companies that you already spend your money on, they're publicly traded, and and don't let them pay dividends when you can turn the drip on and reinvest the dividend payments. Just putting them into a tax efficient account like an IRA, a traditional IRA, a Roth IRA, a 520, any kind of tax efficient savings account or a tax efficient investment vehicle. Okay, what you would do is the the dividends, the rewards, the investment, just basically the appreciation of the business that you're investing in. In turn, in not a long period of time, but a short period of time, depending on how much you actually, put into your investments and how much you pay attention to them and how you dollar cost average into your investments. Meaning when you have pullbacks on your chart and you're listening to analysts that cover your 10 vehicles that you decide to invest in, your purchases in essence become free. You're already spending your hard-earned money without investing in these companies, and you're giving them your money for free. Think about what I'm saying. 10 publicly traded companies that you already spend your money on. You consume all these products from these companies, and they're on the stock market, whether they be single stocks, whether they're up in an ETF, or whether you could get options on it, whatever you decide to do, however you decide to invest in the 10 publicly traded companies that you already spend your money on. You're giving them your money for free, and they're moving forward, and they're growing, and they're appreciating for free off of you. Why not just invest in them? Why not if you spend $50, you invest $50? Why not do it like that? Why not, if you spend $300 this month, why not invest $300 this month? You can that could be kind of like deemed as like equilibrium investing. Like, don't worry about how long it's going to take and this, that, and the third. I mean, you just balance it out like that. You're going to make your return. In essence, in a short period of time, 3 to 5 years, your purchases, they'll be paying you for your purchases. Your purchases will, in essence, be free. I don't know if that goes too far over you guys' head, whoever decides to view this video, but it's time to really start getting involved, because AI is taking over. AI is pushing people out of their positions. Amazon, all of these tech-heavy companies are firing people. UPS, Amazon, Netflix, Walmart, all of these companies are going tech-heavy. They're going AI-heavy. AI is streamlining and running companies more efficient. Either you're going to go back to school and train in some kind of field in IT, or you're going to go back to trade school, because the mundane from trade school, okay, you're going to have trades, and then you're going to have IT. Those will be your two employment platforms in the next 10 to 15 years. You're going to be doing trades, or you're going to be doing IT. Because you still need people to code the AI. You still need people to run maintenance. You still need people to do things like that. Okay? So you're either going to go into IT in some kind of shape, form, and fashion, or you're going to go into the trades. Good luck. Good luck for all of you people who just live a mediocre life, a mundane existence. Like my man CGA says, shout out to CGA. I watch him every day. He's my sensei, because he's trying to help motherfuckers win. But I mean, either you're going to be a knuckle dragger, an oxygen thief, a mouth breather. You're either going to be one of these people, a ham and egger, You're either going to be one of these normal people, a normie, and you're going to walk around and you're just going to exist. And one day you're just going to take the UBI, the Universal Basic Income that they give you fucking people, for sitting on your ass, or you're going to take the food stamps. You're going to either take this shit or you're going to take this shit. You understand? You're going to take it as a receiver or you're going to take it as a believer in yourself. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in yourself. You have to invest. Investing is the only way to build real wealth in this world. Fuck just America. It's in the world. Wherever you are in the world, wherever you're doing, you have to invest. Let's look at the gold chart again. With all that gobbledygook that I just spewed out of my mouth, listen to what I'm saying to you. You are seeing it play out live in action. You're seeing it play out live in action. The standard is gold, okay? Everybody is scared. People who have big money, all the big fish, all the whales, all the big Tyrannosaurus Rexes, all of these people who have trillions and trillions of dollars at their disposal, all of these people who are responsible for millionaires and billionaires' money, all of these finance advisors and all of these money managers, everybody is going into gold. They're storing up their money. They're storing it up. They don't care about your free bank accounts. They don't care about none of your bullshit. 0.01 APY yields on your fucking savings accounts and your CD. All that shit is bullshit. You're not getting any rates. There are no rates. When you hear people talk about savings accounts and CDs and this and that and real estate and all this bullshit, it's all bullshit. Okay? You have to invest in these companies. The whole world is a company. It's the companies, man. They're going to get to a point where you're not going to be able to invest. That's where it's going. By 2040, it's going to be at a point going into 2050, you're not going to be able to invest your money. It's going to be fucking hard. It's going to be hard, man. So I'm telling you, the best advice and the best thing I can say, even for myself moving forward, is like, you just gotta, I trade and I invest, So my company that I'm, bootstrapping right now, getting everything going and getting it off the ground and stuff, that's what my focus is going to be, is education. It's going to be education. So we have to just do it, man. Okay, so you see what's happening. You see what it is. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate your 23, 24, 25 minutes of your time. It's time to start really educating yourself, okay? So until the next video, have a good evening. And we're getting into February, and you need to start. Rich in 26 is the motto. Rich in 26. Start investing in your IRAs. Start putting more money into your 401ks. Investigate the people that are managing the 401ks at your company. Investigate what instruments they're investing in. Okay? 401k is not always the best answer. It's the cookie cutter answer. It's, I got a 401k. Fuck your 401k. You don't even know what's in it. You don't even know who the manager of the 401k is. Start opening up IRAs, Roth IRAs, traditional IRAs. Do your own thing. The information is out here. It's fucking free. You got people who come on YouTube and go live all day long, especially during earnings calls. You got people who are doing the work. Start tuning in. Rich in 26. Start tuning in. Okay? Get your fucking money right. Get your head in the game. Don't just sit back and just be a normie. It's time to really progress and wake up. Get out of politics. Get out that shit, man. Look at all those people in Minnesota wasting their fucking time, man. Those are paid subversives. And look, they have it again consolidated to Minnesota. You see, there must be something about Minnesota's environment, the economics, the community, the structure. It must be something about Minnesota why these subversives are now. This is where the political bullshit starts, and they're going to keep it going all the way until the election season, and then all of a sudden it's going to be poof, gone. So just be aware. Understand? Be aware. Be aware, but get into investing. Gold is gone. Get in if you can get in. If you have the stomach, get in on a pullback. Watch your daily charts, your weeklies, your monthlies. Get in on a pullback. Wait until the candle closes. Get in on the pullback. My prediction is gold is going to go to a high of 12.5 by October, November-ish. Go into consolidation in a band between. I'll say I'll go a little bit lower than 10.5. I'll say between 9.5 and 12.5. It'll go into a band, okay? And then you'll get some consolidation, and then from there we'll see what happens. We'll see how the political climate shakes out going into 27 and going into the second quarter of 27. Once all the dust starts to settle, then people will get back into normal investing. Gold might come down, people will start, spreading wealth around, and, it'll get back into some normalcy. And then it'll just be a short trade. It'll be a gold short trade. So, and either way, it's going to be a good trade. Okay? All right. Peace out.